everybody. This is Gary Robbins from the UT Newsroom. We've had an earthquake. Did you feel it? It was felt all around the county. The earthquake occurred at 4:33 p.m. today. It was 8 miles northeast of Julian, right about here. Now, that's very close to the Elsinore Fault, but I spoke to Tom Rockwell at San Diego State, and he said it wasn't on the Elsinore. It was on a fault known as the earthquake fault. Now, the earthquake fault runs parallel to the Elsinore, and they're both potential trouble systems. They can produce earthquakes 6.0 or above. In fact, this one we're talking about, the earthquake fault, may have been the system that produced a 6.3 earthquake in 1890, so it has a history out here. It was followed a few minutes later today by a 3.1 earthquake. This kind of thing does happen. It's not really that anomalous. It's nothing really to be worried about. It's just the earth, letting off a little bit of tension. It was not that far deep in the earth either. It was 10 miles down. In California, most earthquakes occur within 10 miles of the surface, so it was pretty normal. But it was felt everywhere. I got a call from my wife in Del Mar. I got an email from UC San Diego. People out here in East County were feeling it. They felt it in Ramona, in Valley Center, in Vista, all around. So these things happen all the time. Speaking of Julian, I've been asked to pass something on. The schools in Julian are going to be closed tomorrow because of the winds that we're expecting. As you may have heard, we're going to have a very extreme Santa Ana windstorm on Thursday. In East County, they believe that in some of the peaks that the winds could get up to 80 to 90 miles per hour. Down in this area here, it's looking like it's going to be 35, 45, 55 as well. In fact, let's go back just a bit. Coming up right in here. It's going to be the east-facing counties. It's going to spread out across the plains. It's going to get all the way down to the coastline. It's going to go from, we're going to have strong winds all the way down to Point Loma, going up to Camp Pendleton. And we all know that area of Pendleton, near the border station, where there's that big open valley and the wind comes flying across. So if you're going up the 5 tomorrow, you're going to have to be really careful. Hold on to the steering wheel tight there. And of course, on Interstate 5. Tomorrow, the heaviest winds are going to be in places like Alpine, Pine Valley, Rancho, San Diego Estates, and Campo. So here in the East County, really, really strong winds. They'll begin about sunrise. They'll last well through the morning and begin to taper off into the afternoon. We're going to remain under a red flag firework warning, however, until Saturday. So what we're hoping is to dodge the kind of fires that have occurred up in Los Angeles County and Ventura County. Don't know if that'll happen. So the humidity is very, very low, 5 to 10% in most areas, and these big winds and the very dry landscapes. That is the kind of combination that can lead to wildfires. Let's hope it doesn't happen. So SDG&E, by the way, already warned 170,000 of its customers, mostly in East County, that they could lose power tomorrow. So we all have to be on our toes on Thursday. So to recap, we had a 4.2 earthquake near Julian, and Julian is closing its schools tomorrow because of the big windstorm. The two are not related. A lot of people think that earthquakes and bad weather are related. They're not in this kind of a situation. Reporting from the newsroom in downtown San Diego, I'm Gary Robbins.